That is the phone ringing, and we get to talk to none other than Quinn. Hey, Quinn, congratulations on a clean 2-0.
Hello, thank you. Feels good.
I can only imagine. It was so clean to the point where I'm very curious what the preparation for this series in particular looked like, because it feels like the last couple of series you and your team had against Liquid, it's just been crushing nonstop. And like, what do you have like for Team Liquid specifically that works against them?
I mean, I think in terms of like amount of prep or quality of prep, whenever what we do for Liquid is similar to what we do for everyone else. I think we have a good matchup against them because I think Liquid is a very, very aggressive team. Like, they run at you, they try to stomp lanes, they like are super aggressive. And I think our laning as a team is just very, very strong, and it's hard to stomp us because our lanes are super good. So unless we screw up the draft really badly, you're not going to stomp us. And so I think because of that, we tend to just like we survive their aggression, and then we get to just play Dota against them.
Yeah, it was a lot of great Dota played against them today, that's for sure. Obviously, I'm here with Purge, Effie, and Jenkins, and Purge will start with asking some questions too.
You said you managed to survive their strong laning stage. In game one, they had a very good laning performance against you guys. Were you anticipating this to play through into the mid game?
Yeah, I mean, we picked Slark into Fury and Tusk. You kind of know it's not going to be the greatest lane, but it's a pretty good Slark game, and I think I think this Underlord pick is like way too insane. I think the heroes can't play against it really. And we're there. I mean, Tofu and Ace are just confident playing against like so many matchups. So like they're gonna pick some Ursa. We don't really care that much. I think once it passes some 10 minutes, whatever, the game gets to a point where it's quite nice for us. Maybe they have one move with DK Blink or something, but we're gonna get some spells at some point, and then their heroes can't fight us anymore, I think.
Cool. And the second question, how long have you been practicing this like OD adjustment build with the 2 points Astral?
I mean, I've done it on and off in like pubs and stuff for, I don't know, like several weeks. I mean, everybody stole the build from Thompson. Thompson did this build like whenever Hammer first got changed, and then people were like copying it a bunch. I think people played it in Eastern Europe, some GPKs and depressed kids and stuff. So it's like kind of standard at this point, but it's pretty nice, the Insta Hammer.
Okay, hey Quinn, congrats on the win. Hello. But I just wanted to ask you a couple of things. Number one is, I'm really curious, like when you approach these third-party tournaments, do you place any kind of value on them over something like a DPC tournament, or do you just go for it the same way?
I go for it the same way. I have way too much self-worth placed in how good I am at this game, so losing any game or any tournament or whatever wounds me too deeply to not take it seriously. Yeah, so I take it pretty seriously when I win, especially when you play Liquid, because all these, there's always some caveat when you play Liquid and you win. Is Boxy wasn't there, Boxy was sick, Boxy hurt his knee. Like there's always something, So to win with no knees hurt and nobody sick, it's like, I just want to win,
Okay, on that abrasive note, I'm curious, did you see Moon Meander's public declaration of war against you? And what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I accept his declaration of war, and my vegan captain will smack him down in however many days we play him.
That's great. And the last thing I want to get your opinion on is, have you heard the rumors of the patch dropping right before Berlin?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so do you feel like that's overall healthy for the scene, or would you have preferred it dropped at a different time?
I mean, I think it definitely should have dropped earlier. I think dropping it right before the major, whenever points matter as much as they do in this ecosystem, is a bit questionable. I mean, presumably they just didn't have the patch ready, so they needed to wait until a point where there wasn't a tournament going on. So they're like dropping in the middle of this because there's like a small break. I mean, I get it from their perspective, but I think in terms of competitive integrity, it's kind of bad to drop a major patch right before a tournament that gives you points to qualify to UTI.
Yeah, I actually agree with you there. Thank you. Jenkins?
I've got one quick question to go off of that, because if the patch drops at the rumored time, which would be Thursday night or Friday morning for us or something like that, it would mean that the 4 teams that come out of the group stage here get to play on the new patch in the playoffs. If winning or losing aside, would you prefer to watch other teams figure it out, or rather get the experience of playing on the patch straight away?
I think it's definitely better to play, especially if it's a big patch, then maybe there's map changes. And I think there's a lot of things about like the map and heroes and stuff that you just sort of have to feel out. Like just playing a mass quantity of games when there's a new patch, whether it be officials or pubs, I think is the most beneficial generally.
All right, thank you.
Hey, Big Q, it's Jenkins here.
What's up, Big J?
Just hanging out. And I wanted to the fight, the good battle, the war that's been waging between you and Reddit, and obviously Moonmeander joining the sides of Reddit and Fart Studios went down the other day. I'm wondering if this kind of war is giving you motivation, empowering you up in your gameplay. Because honestly, people say, oh, Quinn joined Gaming Gladiators, he did so well, whatever. That's also the time when you started fighting with Reddit, and I think that's actually what caused the power-up. So I wonder what your opinion is on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think people saying, you suck, you can't do this, you can't do that, meh, meh, meh. And then you prove them wrong, that feels good. That's a motivating factor for sure. People are also just too nice in Dota. Somebody's got to be a heel, somebody's got to say something inflammatory in an interview to get people riled up. There's got to be a Reddit thread made about something that isn't art or like somebody being, casting zip on a guy 3,000 units away, so Reddit's got to be filled with something, and I choose it to be me.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, I got a final question. Can you do a charade, do a Dota hero, and we're going to go ahead and guess for a new segment, which is called Interview Charades, everybody. And we're going to guess a hero.
New segment, okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're doing charades? Okay, here we go.
Sure.
What?
No sounds.
What? Can you do it again?
Is that pulverized?
I have a guess. Can I pick?
No, that was too slow.
You can guess. I can hang out.
No, I'm the host.
I don't know,
you can't tell him.
He kind of runs around, and then he does one of these. Boom.
Oh! Shiver, go ahead.
That's all I got.
Shiver?
Is it an Elder Titan?
It is not.
One more time.
Is it not just primal?
Well, I've got a ground pound one more time.
Is it a ground pound?
Wait, what?
He's giving us
Well,
so many hints.
Oh,
that's sort of what the
Earthshaker?
motion is.
Earthshaker?
No, it's not Earthshaker.
Oh.
Ooh, ground
It's more of a leg ground pound.
It's a leg ground
Yeah,
pound.
Elder Titan does the biggest leg.
No, she already said no, it's not.
I
Elder
know.
Titan.
Think of heroes I play.
What does he play? Pangolier.
Is it Pango?
It can't be
It's
penguin.
not
It
Pango.
can't
Pango's
rolls
not
around.
That's all he plays.
Think of a majestic steed roaming the fields
Keeper of the Light, obviously.
with magic and potentially 70s 80s music trends.
What the fuck are you talking about, Quinn?
Disco pony, one would say.
Oh, it's Flush It's Flush ladies and gentlemen.
Flush do
It's
that?
Flush Yeah, he does.
Yeah, his
It's
being
like-
splitter. He
doesn't he,
rears
like-
up and then
Wait.
Yeah, but
Doesn't he,
okay,
like-
but you legged up with your lower leg, which wouldn't then be your hind
okay, yeah,
legs.
that's true. That doesn't make any sense. But like,
No, wait. Can you put?
I didn't expect to play charades today.
Can you see us,
Cut me some
Quinn?
slack.
Can you see us?
Huh?
Can you see us?
Unless-
Can we get a
He
charade?
wants,
Yes.
he wants you to laugh.
Do you have a
critically.
video of us?
Oh, can you see
Do you have a
us?
video feed of us? Can you
Oh,
see
can
me
you
right
see
now?
us?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
You can? Okay,
yes,
put
yes,
the
I
camera
can
on
see
me.
you, yes.
It's like this.
No,
Oh, shit,
no,
that's
what are you
right.
talking about? That's
That was
your
good.
lower leg.
It's backwards.
No,
it
it's
would
arms
have to
were-
go
No, you
backwards.
need to stand. You need to like. I
You
don't
need to
know how
stand on your hands and feet and put your hands in
Yeah,
the air
that
and
was
then slam them
perfect.
down.
Well, that's what he did, and we couldn't guess it.
No, because he didn't have his hands on the floor.
Yeah, he put one.
Oh, you think I'm gonna do a handstand?
Okay, I'll do it.
That's
I'll do
what
it.
he
Give me a
just
second.
did.
I'll do it.
Here he goes. What? No, dude.
How else am I
Dude, you're
supposed to do
just
it?
crab
Shiver?
walking.
How else am I supposed to do it? It's not a crab walk.
Oh, God.
I like the chair one
Hand is
better.
on the.
Shut up.
The chair one was better.
That
for
was a
sure.
hard one, Quinn.
That
Why
was
would you
great.
pick something so hard?
Hey, Quinn, be honest and rate that impersonation out of 10. Be honest, please. And thank you.
His? I don't know. It was like a 2.
It's a golf scale. 2 is good. 2 is good. Quinn and I talked about this before.
That
2
was
is good.
double bogey for sure. Then.
Is a
Can't get
bogey
around
good?
that.
I don't know
No,
golf.
that's bad.